All right, guys. Quick little trade recap. We went 2 dubs and 1 loss today. So ending up on the day 1 trade. Did a lot of reflecting today on kind of, I took a lot. I'm actually ending the week break even. So I'm grateful for that because one, break even is better than red. Yes, obviously, ideally, it would be nice to be green on the week. However, break even is break even. It's better than red, right? Preserving capital, but I'm considering this week a W because I learned a lot about this strat that I've been using, and a lot of ways that I think I can backtest it over the weekend and try to refine this strategy. So without further ado, let's get right into the recap for today. This is going to be a super quick one because I already went over it with you guys from the Discord. We'll go ahead and get rid of these zones. I will leave the long and short tools though. So boom, market opens right here as usual. We're on the 2-minute time frame. Looking for zones to mark out immediately. Right now, I'm seeing we're literally just ranging, not marking out anything. Right here, I see we held this low right here from open, and we're holding this high right here. I'm not going to go ahead and draw these zones and take anything out of them because if I was to draw the zones, they would literally be clashing with each other, and I would never take a trade in between that zone when the two zones are like literally touching each other because there's no room to play zone to zone because the zones are literally, touching each other. Pause. So what I'm looking for, I literally had these lines that I marked out like this, and I'm looking for a break either above, which we got right here. I'm either looking for a break above or below this range. And I'm looking for kind of a trend to start. Also, when you're kind of ranging like this, just consolidation. If you go out to another time frame, same thing. You just see like that consolidation. Usually, whichever direction you break out of is where price kind of wants to continue when you see a range like this. So we break above this high right here, right? Now I'm looking for long. So at this point, I had marked out this zone right here, which is going to be these highs right here that we close above right here on the 2-minute. So now we broke above, nice again, close above, and then another bullish candle out of it. So I'm really liking longs here to see a, kind of a significant move up. However, to enter, I'm looking for a retest, and then to show strength out of it again to kind of confirm that move up. So waiting for a retest, boom, we get a retest right there, and we hold on that candle. I waited for a little bit of a better entry, so I got filled right there. Actually, I tried to, market filled at this candle right at the candle close, got filled right there, 30.1 to 1. And then this play ended up hitting right there in 2 for 6 minutes. So that was great. Now, we're up 1 trade on the day. Now I'm not looking for anything, just looking for a... Oh, crap. I accidentally went past that. Still looking for some more zones to draw. So right here, we are bullish on the bigger time frames, and we are obviously in an uptrend. I'm looking to continue this uptrend, so I'm still looking for longs. I still have a long bias at this point. I'm going to go ahead and mark out this low right here that we just popped out. I'm wanting to see a retest of this zone and the strength out of it to take some longs. Right there, we had a pretty bearish candle, but then right here, we printed a green candle out of it, and that was enough confirmation for me to take longs. I was anticipating the break of these relative equal highs right here. So I took this trade right here, and then we got stopped out almost immediately, which was unfortunate. But I think something that I should have noted, I did note it, but I should have, taken more account into it, was that on the 5-minute chart, you can see that, obviously we were slowing down in momentum, and I was still liking longs even after these 2 candles because in my eyes, this is just a healthy pullback before we make our next leg up. However, this candle right here, this 1035-minute candle is what I should have paid, a pretty good amount of attention to. Because you can see we printed a 23-point top wick doji after our little bit of a pullback. And yes, we are super bullish on the 5-minute right here. Previously, you can see this candle, we had almost a full body 30 points up. We did hold this low, so I did follow my rules, but really, I definitely see why I lost this trade. Like, I'm not mad that I took this because it met my rules, but at the same time, I also... it met my rules, so I'm not mad that I took it. I don't really know what the right word is that I'm looking for. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. But now after we broke back below this low, I'm now looking for shorts because we were holding this low right here that I marked out with my zone. Then we came down and we closed below it on the 2 minute. Same thing as I just mentioned. We're showing some bearish movement on the 5 minute. Let's go back into the 2 minute. Now I'm looking for shorts. So I'm looking for a retest in here and then a continuation down to start this downtrend. It looks like we're starting to form to play back down to this zone right here. All my trades I'm like wanting to play zone to zone. So I'm looking for a retest right here. Boom, we get one. That's a pretty bullish candle, but we're still looking for some bearish strength. Boom, we get one right there. I take my entry on the close of this candle. Since we kind of, closed below all these lows, I'm really, expecting this to dump straight through, especially after this candle. We just got a little bit of pullback. I'm expecting this to dump straight through. Took my entry right there. We got a little bit of pullback before we ended up actually hitting TP and, dumping pretty heavily, almost, how much was that since my entry? Almost 50 points or over 50 points. If I go ahead and exit replay mode, let's see what price is doing right now. So it looks like price right now is kind of just respecting this zone right here. I'd probably get rid of this at this point and then go ahead and mark something like that out. But I'm done trading on the day because I only trade up until 11 o'clock. It's 11:07, so got my last setup right there at 10:40. Took 3 trades on the day, up 1 trade, 2 dubs, dub here, L here. Now, one thing I'm thinking of backtesting over the weekend to kind of give myself a better edge is actually making my trades from a 1-to-1 to either a 1.5-to-1 or a 2-to-1. If I change my SL to 20 points, I would have a 1.5-to-1. If I change my SL to 15 points, I would have a 2-to-1. Now, the thing is, in order for me to do this, I would have to not be getting in or taking my entries anymore on the actual candle closes, but rather waiting for a pullback. Now, right here on my first trade, if we go ahead and mark that zone back out, if I had a 20-point SL, which would have been a 1.5-to-1 RR, that would have hit. And if I had a 15-point L, which would have, or 15-point SL, sorry, that would have been a 2-to-1 RR, and that would have also hit. I'm liking 20 as a 1.5 RR. Right here, I would have got stopped out regardless. Let's just put this at 20. I would have got stopped out regardless right there. Right here, if my SL was 20 points, it also would have hit. So, every trade I took actually today would have been the same, but I actually would have ended up more on the day because I would have lost less on this trade. So on this day, it would have worked. I have to do some more back testing, obviously, because I've only back tested the 1-to-1s, but I do really want to see how I would do with the 1.5-to-1s, because if I can make the same win rate that I'm making with the 1-to-1s, if I can make the same win rate as I am with the 1-to-1s, which is roughly 70 to 80%, as I can with a 1.5 RR, I will, in turn, obviously make more because I'll be losing less on my losing trades. Which is ideal. A positive RR is nice. Yes, I do like the 1-to-1s, but a positive RR at the end of the day is nice because, it obviously just makes your losses smaller than your wins, which is super ideal. Maybe I'll try it out. I'm going to do some back testing on it and see how it goes. Today, as you can see, we would have paid the same. We would have made up more just because I would have lost less on this trade right here. And then one thing I'm thinking of doing, also changing as well, instead of getting in on candle closes, waiting for a little bit of a pullback. So what I mean is right here, we came up and then so I entered right at the close of this candle right here. I could have waited for a little bit of a pullback, and I kind of did. I got a better fill, but right here, I probably wouldn't have got an entry. So, unless I filled right here. So what I'm thinking of doing is to back test is actually breaking above and then retesting the actual zone itself. So right here, we broke above and then we showed strength. And then right here, I would have filled at the bottom of this. But I kind of waited for that. This is my confirmation candle, so I probably wouldn't have taken that trade. So let's imagine that I wouldn't have taken that trade if I'm waiting for a retest. This trade right here, I would have, but I would have filled. So this was my confirmation candle, and then I would have filled for longs right here with a 15-point SL. So my SL would have been right here. That right there still would have got stopped out 15 points. And then this right here, I would have waited for a... So this was my confirmation candle right here that I entered off. I would have waited for a retest of my zone, which is right here. 15-point SL would be... Or sorry, 20-point SL would be right there. And then TP would be right there. So that would have hit. So on today, it would have worked perfectly. I would have ended up losing this trade right here and then hitting this trade right here, and I would have been up 10 point. I would have been up a total of 10 points on the day, yeah, because I would have lost 20 on this one, then gained 30 on this one. So I still would have ended up on the day not as much as I am today. So actually the 1-to-1s did work out better than that would have. But, that was a lot of yapping. Sorry, that was very beneficial for myself to just kind of go over on how it would have worked today. But I'm going to do a lot of back testing this weekend. I'm break even on the week, so I'm really looking to go into next week and end green. I'm obviously going to go, I'm going to go into this weekend. I'm really going to dive into the charts and try to refine the strategy to make it the absolute best that it can possibly be. Try to find the best R, try to find, all of these different things. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Just a quick little trade. I know I said this was going to be quick and this video is already running over 10 minutes, but yeah, that's it. Probably going to make a video this weekend. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I love you guys. Also, we just hit 300 subscribers. I just remembered that. Oh my God. I meant to say that as soon as I started this and I totally forgot about it. We just hit 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys all so much for the support, everything. TikTok, Instagram, everything's just been going crazy. It's actually crazy. By the end of the year, I literally have a whiteboard on my wall right over here that I'm right next to me to my right. And it has all my social media goals on it. Right now it says my IG is at my goal is 200 followers. I think we're at like 130 right now. My TikTok goal is 1K followers. I think we're at like 600 right now. YT goal right now is 500 subs. We just hit 300. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, it's only up from here. We're in this journey together. Love you guys. See you later.